But before I introduce Dave, what we asked all of the speakers for was, in the new age, what is an invention they would love to be a reality now? And when I last asked Dave this question, he sort of listed I think it was about 15 different random things. I think there was a self-driving lawnmower and a bunch of just really bizarre things that he listed. But I don't know what's happened to Dave. Maybe in the last few months, maybe he's mellowed or something's changed. Because Dave actually said he wants AI to cure illnesses and diseases that it should be capable of curing. Parkinson's, cancer, dementia, diabetes, you name it. So a quick caveat I want to say before, because we've asked all of the speakers this. I'm sure if it was being genuine, all of the speakers would have actually picked these things, because now they're probably squirming, being like, well, yeah, I just got like an automated lawnmower or something to help my kids get changed in the morning. So, of course, that's the caveat there. So please give a warm, warm welcome to our Vice President of Product Marketing at Content Square, Dave Anderson.
Seriously, I got the sheets on the floor. Nothing on me.
All right, how you guys doing? We good? Yeah, we ready to become a team? We're ready to experience. We're at the stadium. What is this stadium? What sports do we play in this stadium here in Sydney? I've never been here before. I have a timer. Yes, I have a timer. Good. Okay, so let's get started. Good news is product marketing is my background, and I'm not going to do a lot of product marketing for you this morning. I'm going to do something very different because you're going to hear about the product throughout the day. I'm going to try and align sport and digital experience, and there might be something at the end, but it just depends on how we're going with the presentation. You guys and your sites and your apps, you're in the big league because these guys are the top of they're the finalists. They're the premiers. They're the ones that every one of your experiences is being compared to. And it feels really unfair because they have elite coaches, amazing budgets, elite teams that are constantly performing, experimenting, doing everything required, and it feels really unfair when you've got 2 or 3 people and limited amount of time and resources. But I want to talk about what we can do to get there. Unfortunately, 1 in 3 people, my slide messed up. 1 in 3 people have a failed experience when they visit website and apps. Is that an AI picture or are these real pictures? Is this a real group of people here? Oh, what? How come? Oh, yeah, look, you're right. Oh, yeah, and that one too. Look at that claw. That's interesting. Okay, imagine they're real people. These people, they expect great experiences every single time, right? But we've got bugs, we've got slow load times, we've got errors, we've got poor journeys. It's really difficult. What's stopping us? What's stopping us from delivering the experiences that people love, seek, and deserve? And I've got a theory. Is it the insights? This would be awkward if it was. It's not. The tools are out there now. Content Square is there designed to understand every click, tap, swipe, what users are doing, where are they going, what do they like, what do they dislike. And as we expand that capability, we provide you with more insight for more teams to be able to understand a user's intent. So it's not tooling, damn it. Is it the complexity? Is it the sheer lines of code, the cloud providers that we're running on, the operating systems, the fact that we have to deal with developers? Some people got that. Last time I was in Melbourne, I had to do a show of hands quickly to go, are there any developers here before I offend them? Don't mean to offend you. But it's really complicated, even from a marketing standpoint, of the attribution and the acquisition and the different channels and the emails that we're running to drive people to the website for them to be able to experience different types of content, to be able to sign in, to check up, to log in, to check out, to loyalty, and then the tech team and everything underneath it. This is a really, really complex. And we think AI is going to solve all of the problems, don't we? Hell no. You still need a human in order to decipher all of this. Maybe it's just the people that we work with. Is that the problem? Sometimes I feel, even at Content Square, don't take offense, Matt, you inspired me with this slide. Sometimes I feel like I'm dealing with people like this that are really well-meaning, really like happy-go-lucky. Let's go make this happen. I'm going to go and do this A/B test. I'm going to go change this. I'm going to change a button. I hope my CEO wants this homepage, and they're off doing stuff. Ta-da! Look at the website. It's amazing. What are you doing? Sometimes it's aligning all of these minions to agree on a vision for what we want as experiences is really, really hard. And this was the best analogy I could come up with without offending everyone. So there's a gap. Yeah, we agree this complexity is really hard. Our jobs are hard. We've got limited resources. We've got well-to-do, meaning people with different visions, with different ideas of what they think. It's hard to collaborate with everyone when we're all working from home and no one wants to go to the office, and then we're forced to go to the office, and then we don't know where everyone is, and then we're having meetings in the office while people are at home, and we can't work out whether we're supposed to be doing a Zoom call or we're doing it in person. The whole thing is just really damn complicated. And I think it also comes down to prioritization. I don't know about you guys, but I ask around and I go, how's everyone feeling at the moment? Are we feeling like really content and like life is really good, it's really easy? It's actually probably why I said for AI that I think AI should actually do some meaningful things for us instead of virtual reality headsets. I'm sorry, Mark Zuckerberg, but I don't need one. I actually really want the AI to do something purposeful in our generation, that we could see something happen that would mean that people don't have to suffer anymore, because we're suffering at the moment. I feel like we are anyway. Sorry, I know this isn't a self-help. Hi everyone, my name's Dave. I'm struggling a little bit, but everyone has this burden. They all have these things going on in their head, and you're trying to get them to align with you and do things that you want, but we all have different cycles of all these things going on. Thankfully, maybe Trump isn't going to be one that we have to worry about, but we have other things to worry about at the moment, and there's some things going on in the world that makes us really sad. But I want to uplift you for 1 second, because people can do amazing things. Teams can do amazing things. And if you want to deliver experiences that people love, or even better than what you did last week, it's possible if you align as a team. Now, what's my favourite sporting team? Does anyone have a hazard a guess? No one from Content Square answered this question. My favourite sporting team. And it changed. I'll give you a clue. I love the Matildas. So it still fits. What they did, am I good still? Sorry about that, I didn't tell them I was doing that. What they did for women's sport was amazing. What made them so special? What do they do as a team that you could do for your team that makes them elite? And this is the opportunity for you guys to participate. What do you think they do that made them so successful? Shout it. Let's go. Come on. Someone give me something. They collaborate. What else? They're successful. But they're not only successful, they know why they won, and they know how to win. So when they played Canada, when it looked like, oh my God, they're not going to win this, 4-0, they knew exactly how to tear them apart. And at the same time, though, England knew how to beat Australia in that semi-final. What else about the Matildas made them special? Exactly. Incremental improvement. They really started to hit their guns maybe a year out from the tournament. They lost to Spain like 6-0, 6-1. They then turned around and beat Sweden 4-1. And this is in the lead up to the World Cup. They're starting to get the momentum. They're starting to understand how to work as a team. Anything else that makes them successful? They're role models. Yeah? In the same way, in your work, you're also role models. If you practice what you preach every single day when you're working, you're focusing on digital experience, you also become role models. And that enthusiasm and that passion for delivering that experience rubs off on other teams. Same with understanding why you win. Understanding why successful journeys are occurring is part of the win. So also understanding why you fail also helps you win, and accepting why you fail. They would have conversations as a team in the change rooms afterwards to say, why did we lose? What do we need to do to be better? Do you guys have those conversations about bad digital experiences? Do you get together and accept failures and say, this is what we need to do in order to be better? And if you don't, you should, because the communication and the collaboration is actually key to delivering that digital experience. It wasn't the insights. That's part of it. That's the tools. That's the kit, the ball, the training, the things that you need. It's about the training. These girls have been working with each other for 10 years. They have trust in each other. They have confidence. They have a vision. They have a leader. Did everyone think the coach was a little bit like the Ted Lasso? Like, he accepted failure. And he also accepted why they won and how they should win. And so I was super inspired for my girls who we went around and we toured and we watched all of the games and couldn't be more proud. I know every single one of the players now. Catley, Hunt, Kerr, Ford, Carpenter, Gorey, Egmont. Who did I miss? Fowler, Courtney Vine. How can we forget Courtney Vine? Cooney Cross. Amazing what changes. This is the sort of the conversations that you guys can have when you start practicing within your own organisation. You start talking about conversion rates, rage clicks, bounce rates. It's not really the same thing, but similar enough. So it's about becoming an insight-driven. It's about becoming insight-driven. It's about practicing these things that we do every single day. It's not about buying the software and just leaving it alone. You've got to learn how to use it. You've got to practice. So this is an interesting looking kid. This was me. I don't know how old I was, but I used an AI to try and improve my pixelation of this photo because it was a long time ago. I won't tell you how long ago. But I was a Magic Johnson fan, and this was the only photo I had of me in Lakers outfit. And I was a Magic Johnson fan whilst everyone was a Michael Jordan fan. I was a Magic Johnson fan because I loved what he did for the team. It was all about the team. He didn't just run down the court and shoot himself. He brought everyone in around him and he made everyone better. Michael Jordan was just a freak that could basically play on his own. But Magic Johnson was this team player. And I read this thing about how he used to go and practice every single day. He would take free throws every day. He would dribble a basketball every single day. And I started doing it. And I think it's the same sort of thing with digital experience. If you neglect it and you forget about it and you don't pay attention to it, you'll never get better at it. And then one day I met Magic Johnson. And you know what they say? Never meet your idols. That's bullshit. Because he was unbelievable. And he taught me again about the importance of practicing, about bringing passion, about being the best that you can be. Otherwise, what is the point in working? Why do this? Why go through this? Pick something else to do if you don't like it. But this opportunity for you in digital experience is just so big. People aren't getting the experiences that they love, seek, and deserve. Every company is differentiating on experience. It's all there is. These airlines fly the same planes to the same terminals. People are up in arms at Qantas at the moment because of experience. It's pricing, but it's also experience. And I'm not doing my rant on my recent experience with them. This is what Magic Johnson had to say. I want to take one little snippet.
But I didn't go around boasting and bragging and talking and saying, oh, I can do this, I can do that. No, I just went to work. So everybody out there, go to work. Be the best that you can be. Best in class. Driven by excellence. I'm driven by excellence. I like to do everything the right way. And last but not least, Dave, bring passion and fire to your job every single day. As you see, I am right now.
What an awesome guy, right? He didn't have to be like that, but he just brought this energy that made everyone feel good. And there were so many other amazing snippets. Be passionate. Have that energy. Listen to be active today. Listen to what the other customers are talking about and how they have shared their improvements. Collaborate with each other. And I love this story from Akosa when we were down in Melbourne. I love this story because they had an issue where people were calling up and going, well, how big's a mattress? How big are your mattresses? And they went, oh, maybe we should put this on the website. What was it? 3.9% of calls to the call center were related to mattress sizes. So what did they do? They improved on their website the mattress sizes, and they saw a reduction in 2.1%. Job done. Awesome. We did it. We nearly halved it. That's awesome. See you later. We're done. Okay, let's move on. Let's go do something else. Nah, keep going. What more could we do? And they kept going until they got to 1.32% because they made it visual. They made it really easy and they tested. And guess what? The conversion rate went up by 8%. Really, really simple example of a team that saw a problem and went, we can do something about this. It's quite simple. It's a 1%er, which I forgot to mention. Sometimes in sport, the coaches will talk about it often. It's the 1% things that you do that make the big difference in the end. Don't worry about trying to be Apple. Just try and be better than you were yesterday. And keep improving and keep having honest conversations with each other, and you'll get to these results. But you have to break down the cycles of the way you're working today in order to be successful. I don't think at the moment most teams, some of them I'll see, maybe if Koza, if they were presenting today, they put Content Square and UX at the center of everything they did. They surrounded their marketing team, the product team, the tech team. Everything that they were doing was centered around user experience, and these decisions were data-driven decisions. That's how they get these results. Other organizations aren't structured like that. I know some of you are probably sitting there going, yeah, but the tech team don't talk to me. They have their own tools. And the marketing team is so focused on attribution, acquisition, and people riding horses and brand shit that they don't care either. I was doing a rant about horses at some point. It's a long story. And Matt said, don't talk about Ken and Barbie. So I'm not talking about Ken and Barbie, particularly Ken's opinion of the world. That's not appropriate. But you have to step out of these data silos. You have to reach across the cubicle, or you've got to go across Zoom in order to do something a little bit different, to stand up for yourself and say, you know what, actually, I can make a career out of turning this business around, about being really focused on experience, because that's what great leaders do. And sometimes this is a little bit un-Australian of us. I've lived across the other side of the world, and everyone in America is just like, you go, Dave, yeah, man, get up there, do that. We're not like that, are we? We're like, I don't want to stick my neck out, someone's going to chop it off. But at some point, we got to stand up and we got to do things that are a little bit scary. And so I did this in Melbourne, and it scared the shit out of me. So I'm going to do it again in the art of experimentation and testing and just see whether or not you guys are going to go along. And they also said, never mix sport and music. That's another one of those things that they often say, particularly if you're watching any of the AFL Grand Finals, unless you kiss. So in the art of, you know what I'm going to do? So, oh God. Am I really? Can someone else come and sing for me? We're going to step out of our comfort zone. We're going to break down these silos. We're going to make a difference. We're going to be memorable. We're going to be passionate. I'm going to find a guitar. I found a guitar. Thank you. I went to this Content Square conference, and the guy said something about get my guitar out and play music, and that'll help our digital experience. I think that's what I remembered. Have fun. Life's too short. There's too much shit going on in this world. Make a difference in what you do. Try and have some fun and do something that makes you feel alive. I'm really going to need oh, yeah, there you go. They did it. They found my words. Do you guys like Taylor Swift? Did anyone get tickets to Taylor Swift? No, I didn't get tickets either. I can't stand her. I had 8 devices going with, you know how they say, like Ticketmaster says, oh, we know what IP address? Yeah, nah. I had 8 different IP addresses with 8 different devices, and I still didn't get a ticket. And I sat there for 5 hours. You ready? I wrote this yesterday, so this is about as nervous as you can get. I stay up too late. My app is a disgrace. Well, that's what people say, yeah, yeah. That's what people say, yeah, yeah. And my users just complain. My daughter's in a lake. My privacy's at stake, yeah, yeah. My privacy's at stake, yeah, yeah. But I keep buying software not worth trying. And then I get this sales rep from Content Square saying it's gonna be alright. Now my users cannot blame my team for all the fail. And I was gonna bail to another job. Now we see in every click, tap, swipe, and crash. We know exactly what will make us cash. And I've never been more aware, oh yeah, with Content Square. Thanks a lot, everyone.